Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 536, A Day in the Park. Intermediate. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden glow over the park. It was a crisp autumn afternoon in the large English town of Taunton, and the air smelled of damp leaves and fresh grass. Steve, a man in his 60s with silver hair and a kind smile, stood in the middle of the wide open field. His well-worn tweed jacket hung loosely on his frame, and his sturdy boots sank slightly into the soft ground. Beside him was his loyal companion, a 10-year-old chocolate Vizslador named Bobby. The dog's sleek brown coat shimmered in the sunlight, and her amber eyes sparkled with excitement. Steve reached into his pocket and pulled out a ball, its surface faded from years of play. Bobby's ear perked up and her tail wagged like a metronome. "Ready, girl?" Steve asked, his voice warm and steady, with the gentle lilt of his West Country accent. Bobby let out a soft bark, her body tensed with anticipation. Steve drew back his arm and threw the ball with a smooth, practiced motion. It soared through the air, bouncing once, twice, before rolling to a stop near a cluster of oak trees. Bobby took off like a rocket, her powerful legs propelling her across the grass. Her ears flapped as she ran and her tongue lolled out, a picture of pure joy. Steve watched, a smile spreading across his weathered face. He loved these moments with Bobby, the simple pleasure of playing fetch in the park they'd visited countless times over the years. It was their ritual, a way to escape the quiet of his small cottage and the weight of the years that seemed to pile up faster now. In the distance, other dogs' owners dotted the park. A young woman tossed a frisbee to a lively border collie, who leapt into the air to catch it. An older couple laughed as their scruffy terrier chased its tail in circles. Near the trees, a man in a red jacket threw a stick for a golden retriever, who bounded after it with boundless energy. The park was alive with the sounds of barking, laughter, and the rustle of leaves underfoot. It was a place where people and their dogs came together, each lost in their own little world of play. Bobby reached the ball and scooped it up in her mouth, her jaws closing gently around it. She turned and sprinted back to Steve, dropping the ball at his feet with a proud wag of her tail. "Good girl," Steve said, crouching down to ruffle Bobby's ears. The dog panted happily, her warm breath visible in the cool air. Steve picked up the ball, wiping the slobber on his trousers with a chuckle. "One more go, eh?" he said, and Bobby barked in agreement. Steve threw the ball again, this time a bit farther, watching as it sailed toward a small hill. Bobby dashed after it, her movement still nimble despite her age. Steve's heart swelled with pride. Bobby had been with him through so much, long walks in the countryside, quiet evenings by the fire, even the lonely days after Steve had to stop work due to poor health years ago. Bobby was more than a pet, she was family, a friend who never judged, always listened, and always brought a bit of light into Steve's life. As Bobby returned with the ball, Steve noticed a young boy watching them from a nearby bench. The boy, maybe 10 or 11, had wide eyes and a shy smile. "She's fast," the boy called out, pointing at Bobby. Steve grinned. "She's a good one, all right," he replied. "Want to throw the ball for her?" The boy's face lit up and he nodded eagerly. Steve handed him the ball, showing him how to hold it. "Give it a good toss now," he said. The boy threw the ball a little awkwardly, but with enthusiasm. Bobby chased after it, and the boy laughed, clapping his hands. Steve stood back, watching the scene unfold. For a moment he felt the years slip away, as if he were a younger man again, full of energy and possibility. The park, with its golden light and joyful dogs, seemed to hold a kind of magic. It was a place where time slowed down, where simple moments like a dog fetching a ball could fill your heart with warmth. Bobby returned, dropping the ball at the boy's feet. The boy giggled and looked at Steve, unsure what to do next. "Go on, give it another throw," Steve encouraged. The boy threw the ball again and Bobby was off, a streak of chocolate brown fur against the green grass. Steve glanced around the park, taking in the sight of the other dogs and their owners, all sharing in this quiet, happy moment. He felt a deep sense of contentment, grateful for Bobby, for the park, for this perfect autumn day. As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the field, Steve called Bobby back. "Time to head home, Bobby," he said softly. Bobby trotted over, the ball still in her mouth, and nudged Steve's hand with his nose. Steve clipped the lead onto Bobby's collar, gave the boy a wave and started to walk back to their cottage. The park grew quieter behind them, but the memory of the day lingered, warm and bright, like the sunlight on Bobby's coat. Vocabulary notes. Crisp, adjective, definition. Pleasantly cool and fresh, often used to describe clear, refreshing weather or a sharp, clean quality. Example: it was a crisp autumn afternoon in the large English town of Taunton, and the air smelled of damp leaves and fresh grass. Explanation: in the story, crisp describes the cool, refreshing feel of the autumn air, suggesting a pleasant and invigorating atmosphere. Similar words. Brisk suggests cool, lively and refreshing weather or movement, e.g. the brisk morning air woke him up. Fresh indicates clean, cool or invigorating air or quality, e.g. she loved the fresh breeze by the sea. Cool refers to moderately cold but pleasant temperature, e.g. the cool evening was perfect for a walk. Loyal, adjective, definition: faithful and devoted to someone or something, showing consistent support or allegiance. Example: beside him was his loyal companion, a 10-year-old chocolate Vizslador named Bobby. Explanation: loyal describes Bobby's unwavering devotion to Steve, emphasizing their strong bond as companions. Similar words. Faithful indicates steadfast devotion or reliability, e.g. her faithful dog never left her side. Devoted suggests deep commitment or love, e.g. he was a devoted friend who had always helped. Steadfast means firm and unwavering in loyalty, e.g. their steadfast support helped him through tough times. Nimble, adjective, definition: quick and light in movement or action, agile. Example: Bobby dashed after it, her movement still nimble despite her age. Explanation: nimble highlights Bobby's agility and quickness in chasing the ball, even though she is an older dog. Similar words. Agile refers to quick and coordinated movement, e.g. the agile cat leapt onto the fence. Swift indicates fast and smooth movement, e.g. the swift horse raced across the field. Spry suggests lively and quick movement, often for someone older, e.g. the spry grandmother danced at the party. Contentment, noun. Definition: a state of happiness and satisfaction with one's situation. Example: he felt a deep sense of contentment, grateful for Bobby, for the park, for this perfect autumn day. Explanation: contentment describes Steve's peaceful happiness as he enjoys the moment with Bobby in the park. Similar words. Satisfaction, a feeling of being pleased with what one has, e.g. she's felt satisfaction after finishing her work. Happiness, a general state of joy or pleasure, e.g. his happiness was clear when he saw his family. Fulfillment, a deeper sense of satisfaction from achieving something meaningful, e.g. helping others gave her a sense of fulfillment. Ritual, noun. Definition: a regular or habitual action or ceremony, often with special significance. Example: it was their ritual, a way to escape the quiet of his small cottage and the weight of the years that seemed to pile up faster now. Explanation: ritual refers to Steve and Bobby's regular activity of playing fetch, which holds emotional importance for them. Similar words. Routine, a regular habitual activity often without special significance, e.g. her morning routine included coffee and reading. Habit, an action done regularly, often unconsciously, e.g. walking the dog was a daily habit. Tradition, a custom passed down or repeated over time, e.g. visiting the park was a family tradition. Boundless, adjective, definition, unlimited or immense, having no boundaries. Example, near the trees, a man in a red jacket threw a stick for a golden retriever who bounded after it with boundless energy. Explanation, boundless describes the golden retriever's seemingly endless energy as it chases the stick, emphasizing its enthusiasm. Similar words. Limitless, without limits or restrictions, e.g. her limitless imagination created amazing stories. Infinite suggests something vast or endless, e.g. the stars seemed infinite in the clear sky. Unrestrained, free from limits or control, e.g. his unrestrained laughter filled the room. Swell, verb. Definition, to grow or increase in size, amount or intensity, often with emotion. Example, Steve's heart swelled with pride. Explanation, swelled conveys Steve's strong emotional response, feeling proud and full of love watching Bobby. Similar words. Surge, a sudden or strong increase, often emotional, e.g. joy surged through her when she won. Expand, to grow or increase in scope, e.g. his confidence expanded with each success. Rise, to increase, often in emotion or intensity, e.g. her spirits rose when she saw her friend. Story written by Steve UK and Grok 3 AI. Images created by Grok 3 and Dramina AI. Videos created by Dramina AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.